Hello, everybody.
Good morning.
Good day, good evening, whenever you listen back.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Oh,
Howdy.
namaste. Yeah.
Namaste.
Rabbit, rabbit. Happy June 1st. Today is my mother's 88th birthday, and she is still alive. And we talked and filled with life and so active, and she's incredible. And I feel very blessed to to her and for giving me life and for all your mothers too. So yeah, so it's a good day, June 1st. Yeah.
She's the double eight, the infinity
Yeah.
s- squared.
Yeah. So how are you all feeling? It's been really a mixture of things. I don't know how your week was, but there's major geomagnetic and solar flares happening and storms and the Schumann resonance, and I've been both very tired, like in molasses, and my intestinal system, like doing a lot of clearing. And I don't know if that's showing up for you, but like the body just, it's just releasing, releasing, releasing. I know Michael too had it. So I don't think there's anything going around. I think it's just energetically as we recalibrate and realign with these new frequencies. They're pretty extraordinary. So I don't know if you want to say anything about that, but I know you were feeling not untethered, but
Yeah. Well, just about the body and the frequencies that we're going through, right? That's all these things are changing the body chemistry. That's going to happen, right? And it's going to be something new. It's going to be digestion one day, pains in the back the next. It's going to be feeling like Pinocchio legs one day where you just can't even like know that you're part of in the body, and next days you'll be so expanded you won't be able to ground. And yeah, that's when sadhana comes in, right? Sadhana is so important to get in your spine, to get in the center point, get your body, physical body aligned with your auric bodies. And it's difficult sometimes when you're purging all the lower carbon based things and your thy whole digestive system is realigning to that. And you kind of don't know what's going on. You're kind of like, what's happening here? You're in that place of inquiry, and you're a place of something's happening. I'm not sure what it is. And yeah, do feel untethered when that happens. You do feel a little shaken up, or my identity is being somehow erased. And so that's part of the game to realize, oh yeah, it's being erased.
yeah.
So
Yeah, for me, it's like we've been really bubbled with when we had the mamos and the zagas here, and you kind of lose touch with the outside world, and then you see a YouTube video or a feed or something, and you're like, oh, all these other things are happening, and we went down into the city last night, and it was so alive and so happy, and people were like we were like, wow, everything's okay. Like it's like you kind of when you isolate and you're going through this process, you can get very disconnected. And I said to Michael, oh, it reminded me how beautiful people are, all the different people and all the different children and walking their dogs and eating out and going down the street and different hairstyles and all these things, so find the beauty in the small things. Stay connected. It's really important to stay connected. And not to your phone and not to your computer and not to the news, but to the simple the simple pleasures, I would say. This is the simple things. Yeah. Like a good meal and, you know, people laughing and nice music. So we do need each other in the connection. So yeah.
and we were down because Sam had moved from Boston down to Philadelphia, and so we're like, check. He wanted to show us his new apartment, which we've seen thousands of pictures, but it's not the same as visiting, right? And seeing the eclectic nature of Philadelphia. Like, wow, Philadelphia's kind of got. I'm from D.C., Washington D.C., so Philadelphia's like. But then you're downtown and you're like, oh my God, everybody's having a great time down here. Everybody's loving each other. Everybody's like so eclectic and getting along, and it was great to see that. And when we were reminiscing this morning, I remember when we were bringing him down from Boston and he was, in that transition phase we get when we change from one job and one location and something new is opening up for us. And he had just put his money down on an apartment and he had lost that apartment because they came back to him and wanted to double his down payment. And he was already like approved by the app, right? But the landlord wanted more money out of him, right? And so he was like, this is just out of integrity. I don't even know if I want to be in this building with the integrity. And he made a stand for integrity. But he still is at the same place. He's making a stand for integrity. He's like, lost my place. I don't know where to go. I've got all this stuff in my truck, and I'm coming down here, and I got nowhere to live. And I was like, and I had a vision of this place where it was like he's going to be downtown. He's going to be in a penthouse, but somehow connected to the ground. And he's going to have this beautiful thing. And somehow he got that. So he's talking on the one thing with the guy saying, I'm not going to, no, I'm not signing up. I'm not renegotiating. Just send me my deposit. I'm out of here. Right. And the other hand, somehow he's like, something's going to open up for me, which was kind of new for Sam. He usually would have been like all down the wormhole of woe is me,
When you're in
right?
20s,
Yeah.
it's
When you're
hard.
20,
Yeah.
you go down those places, right? And so we were like reminiscing about that today because he found that place with he's like a four-story with he's like the top two stories, he's got the penthouse, he's the people downstairs, he's got connection to the land and the plants, and he's across from a church, a Romanian church. He's got all these
Beautiful.
beautiful rose bushes and all these things. And there was part of me that was like in that going, wanted to take credit for it. Oh, I saw that. I did that. I helped him with that. It wasn't that, biggest push for me. So I was like thinking about that. What is that? What is there that's wanting to claim ownership of him getting this beautiful place down there? I got to play my part. So I kind of slowed it down and looked at it. And what Spirit was showing me was there is something in holding the highest potential for another being. And they showed me how Mother Mary held that vision of Jesus. She saw him in his full template, fully aligned and fully in light, which made him he could connect to it and see it, even though he was going through all these changes and emotional ups and downs, whatever he was going through. I mean,
Challenges, big
all the
challenges.
challenges of that world. But having somebody hold the vision is really important, and so it brought back to them and see the God in everybody else, right? It's so hard to when the landlord takes your money back to to see the benefit that's coming from that, that loss of his deposit and the loss of his, identity, right?
And we were kind of continuing the conversation further. It's so different than wanting your vision for somebody else. Meaning a lot of parents put that pressure on their children. I want them to be best in class and I want them to get a scholarship to college. I want them to be a lawyer or. And it's really about aligning with the highest good, right? Not our path, not our. So what Michael connected to was in the highest good of Michael. I mean, of Sam. So it was like holding the vision of what God wants, right? What his higher self wants. And to catch ourselves in manifestation, is it our will or is it the will of God? Is it the surrender of the highest good for all? So I think we're all going to be challenged if we haven't been already moving in. And that's why community is so important. When we can hold that highest good for each other and really maintain that vision, it really helps each other. Not there's so many people right now in community with jealousy and talking and judgment, and it really doesn't help. It really takes us out of that frequency. So just, I know all of you are so here for each other, and we really saw that with somebody that was in the hospital this week, and really holding that person in such divine perfection. It really does make a difference. Or, somebody else here is looking for a new home, really holding that perfect place aligned for them. So this work can be subtle, but it's yet profound and can really impact. So I think when we co-create together, it's magical. And when we co-create together, particularly during powerful times like the solstice that's coming up, which we do have a retreat, we do have spots open. We'd really like you to come because the more, and we limit the size, but the more we gather with intention and really that beautiful timeline, that organic timeline, not only for ourselves and our family, but the planet and humanity. I mean, which, we learned recently with the Mamos and the indigenous, it really does make a difference. So that's June 20th through 22nd. It's going to be great. We're going to take a little field trip on Saturday morning, weather permitting. We're going to go back to one of the sacred sites. It's only about an hour from here. Then we'll provide you transportation. We'll have a great picnic lunch and get back here and continue the work. Friday night's going to be to tune you up and get a great frequency. And that also connects back to the axonal lines, the ley lines, these portals we're in. So we invite you into that journey, so to speak.
Yeah, this is we're that's one of the things we're really interested in, and we're glad that you're interested in it too. Is the planetary work, is moving into a collective consciousness. And we've got some people with the Aurora Borealis behind them, right? That is a manifestation of the consciousness of Mother Earth as she's coming online with a higher vibration. Her higher mind of Mother Earth is what we could call Aurora Borealis. It's the magnetic field that goes around the Van Allen belt, that when the solar energies are coming in, the waves are going through the solar system, and then they hit the magnetic field of Mother Earth. That's a consciousness. There's a beingness that we can connect into. And so this Aurora Borealis is when it shines like that and holds the whole Earth, we're awakening a part of our template. And so I just love that work that we get to be a part of and start to work with the grids and the ley lines, and not only in your own personal ascension, but to do it as a collective and to be able to connect with the animals and Mother Nature and really the higher internet, right? The collective consciousness of Mother Earth. So all those things are what we're stepping into as a collective and cleaning out a lot of the the density in the meantime, and the physical bodies are becoming more pure to be able to discern those things. And so it's yeah, come with us in June and be with us in that. And
It's so much more potent for me, although the internet's nice and I'm grateful for Zoom and for us to gather. But when we're in person together, it's pretty magical. So
yeah, there are grids that we can do, and there's energetic vortices that we can create. And that's what we do on these calls is we create what I call a consciousness platform. It's a group merkaba. It's a field. It's like we raise each other into a collective state or collective platform where our higher selves, the we could call them the Christos self, and even higher. There are beings that are even higher than
mhm.
higher is the wrong word, right? We could call them not from even this universe, we'll say. And we are that platform that allows that connection for these energies to come in and through us and to help the whole ascension process through our group Merkaba. And we act like not only a radiating consciousness, but an anchoring conscious, a tether line, right? We kind of tether our blueprint into the core of Mother Earth, and we start to connect we call it the Amenti consciousness, the halls of Amenti. And we are that tether line. And so the beings are working through us, and Mother Earth is working through us to exchange through this ascension cycle. So there's a lot that happens in these things when we just when we're out there doing these our little ceremonies, but they're very powerful. And so yeah, come do that with us. And is there anything else you want to say about that, honey?
No, I just think it's going to be, I think, really important as, a lot of, we read the astrology, what's happening between June and July and moving into August. There's some bumpy times coming in. Not that we want to manifest that, but the more we gather and hold this energy together, the easier it is to mitigate and navigate, I should say. And it's not just us. I mean, it's all of you. So I think, doing the work. So we really, yeah, we all receive.
So let's see what the transmission is for today. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to once again attempt that
That
one.
one, yeah.
Yeah, thank you, sweetheart.
It's already done. Yeah. Just hit share down here.
Thanks.
And hit slideshow. Yeah.
Yeah,
There you go.
there we are.
And take a deep breath into your heart. There's already some energy kind of coming into the high heart. So yeah, presence your high heart right now. So as if you're breathing through your high lungs, behind your thymus, and just become aware of or present to the inner world. It's like you're scanning the inner domain from your heart to your shoulders. You're kind of finding that center point. As you begin to sense it and you begin to breathe through, it's almost like the magnetic, your awareness activates your high heart. And you begin to open up a little bit and you can begin to breathe. It's almost like the magnetics align the frequency of the prana and you're just breathing into it. Just allow your awareness to be drawn inward, the inward magnetics of your high heart. And when you start to feel it becoming a little more coalesced in your awareness, we're going to change our breathing pattern. We're going to breathe into that coalescence, hold for as long as is natural for you, charging it up and then exhaling out radially through your auric fields. Let's do that together for 3 breaths. Breathing in, hold, and just begin to feel how the prana's swirling, integrating with the coalescence of your high heart, and then exhale. And be aware of the energy as you are exhaling from the high heart. Breathing in, hold, feel the high heart. What does it feel like for you? Is it dense? Is it light? And then exhale. Feel the streams of energy moving, clearing. One more time, breathing in. Hold and feel. Feel the spaciousness opening up within. And then exhale. Now let your breathing reset. Yeah, notice now how the heart is like a point just below your high heart. Your heart is now aligned with your high heart. And you also notice that the third eye is now receiving some like an inner pushing outwards, ballooning kind of energy. And your crown is opening and beginning to spin slightly. And the magnetics is filtering down through your antakarana, down through your solar plexus, sacral chakra, through the tailbone into the root. Now, as you're breathing, you're just kind of breathing into the entire spine and presencing all of those chakras, all of the seven internal chakras. And you're just synchronizing and aligning all of them. There's nothing really to do other than to just breathe into the vortex of your heart and allow that magnetic vortex of your heart to just align any of the chakras that seem to be not yet awake, not bright, not moving, not turned on. And just focus there until you feel like oh, yep, it's turned on. And just do a real quick inner scan. Just check your root chakra, sacral chakra, solar plexus, heart, high heart, throat, pineal, and crown, third eye. Good. Now just notice how each of them are shining. Maybe they're spinning, or maybe you feel like a color or just an awareness. And we're going to feel how the awareness of each of them has an influence or a resonance in your auric field, the layers of your auric field. See if you can connect. Maybe you just take one chakra. Let's say it's your heart field right now. And notice as it's shining from within, how it's illuminating the fourth layer of your astral body. Your astral body. And as you breathe through the heart and you presence your astral body around the physical body, you're simultaneously breathing into the heart, charging, and aware of the effect that the charging has in illuminating your astral body. We want your astral body to become more crystalline. So notice where your astral body is not quite bright. And you may feel it like an egg around you, like one of the Russian dolls inside of your total auric field is another smaller auric field we call your astral body. Good. There's some very high crystalline light energy coming into your heart, into your high heart. And it has the effect of illuminating and purifying your astral body, turning it on. As if your astral body begins to sparkle. See if you can feel or sense or you just imagine this crystalline, light blue, silver white. They're like particles or turning on in your auric field. Yes, as the periphery of your auric field becomes more and more enlightened, illuminated, you may feel like the crystalline, like gold and silver white with a tinge of blue. You may feel like bubbles that are moving, not just in your auric field around you, but as if they're moving down into the other, closer to your body, to your mental field, to your emotional field. They're like crystalline bubbles. Moving and illuminating, and everything that they touch, they turn on in charge. Yeah, you may notice that your whole auric field now, if you kind of like passively move your awareness out and around it, that your auric field or your astral field is becoming more charged. And through the center of your auric field is your Sushumna channel, or what we call your Antakarana. And notice how the Antakarana, if you were to presence it in the center of your astral body, how it's become more vibrant, more alive. It's as if the incandescence has been turned on. And all of your chakras are now harmonized. All of them are also turned on. And there's this resonance between the Sushumna channel, all of your chakras, and the astral layer. and the consciousness of the sparkling. Yeah, as you begin to presence more of the spine, you'll notice how it fills out, the astral body fills out around you. You may not have noticed it wasn't fully enlightened around you, but it's becoming more and more so. And as it becomes more charged, you may start to notice the root chakra opening below and the crown chakra opening above, and there's like pulling energy from the core of Mother Earth through your heart field, through your astral field, and accelerating through your crown, which is acting kind of like a blowhole or a torus field. You may start to feel now kind of like the current of the Kundalini starting to move very subtly within your spine. And just allow it to rise. As it does so, it may stop in specific nodes of your chakras. You may feel some communication or some tingling happening as your chakras are receiving some crystalline codes, we'll call them. Most of them are happening right now for us in the sacral chakra. In the tailbone, you may feel it down there in the tailbone. As these tailbone and lower chakras of your endocrine are becoming more charged, more magnetic. You may feel like almost like you're sinking a little bit more into Mother Earth. And you are. Yeah. The merkabas are turning on within your, in and around your solar plexus, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra. You may feel some spinning energies being pulled down, being pulled up. And all three merkabas around your root, around your solar plexus, and around your sacral. You may be able to imagine or feel them in their own frequency. And you may feel like illumination at the core of Mother Earth. It's like the core of Mother Earth is sending the crystalline codes up into your merkabas, illuminating and vibrating them so that they align with her merkaba or planetary merkaba. And the each of the three merkabas around your chakras are creating magnetic fields, and they're starting to integrate now. Merge. And as they do so, they're able to merge into each other, but they're also able to pull more energy up through Mother Earth. And as you're able to hold a little more energy, you may start to notice a larger Merkaba around your whole auric field. Good. Starting to integrate into your heart now. And as you feel the depth of the inner depth of your consciousness, of your heart field, you may notice even more now the unified Merkaba field around you. Okay, good. Now just we've kind of started up this pump of our light body, the pump of pulling this plasma energy up through the crystalline plasma from the core of Mother Earth, from her Mahark shield, up into our heart field, and integrating or synchronizing our lower chakras, our third dimensional chakras, with Mother Earth. And as you kind of sit in that, you can also become aware of the energy that's descending through. It's like your antakarana is like a beam of light that's going through your crown chakra. You could notice that you're beaming energy up through the core of Mother Earth, through your crown, up to your higher self. But also simultaneously, you can also realize or become aware of the energy that's coming down from our higher collectives and anchor them in either your high heart or your heart. And when you start to feel the high heart fully locked into these energies that are descending, I want you to begin to feel that energy as it's descending. There's a consciousness. It's like a within the white light, silver white thread. We can begin to just tap into and feel that light, this higher consciousness, this Christos consciousness. Allow the intuition to flow into your heart and high heart. Begin to tap into that intuitive stream of consciousness. See if you can glean, become aware of a message, a communication, an intention, an alignment to the beneficence of God, Source, Divine Mother. What intention is forming in your awareness for you? Just now try and let go of sensing the frequency, sensing the vibration of your light body. Move more into the peace now, the stillness. Just feel in your heart now this swelling, the welling of goodness. That's it. Now you can start to drink it from your higher lungs, higher heart now. The goodness. Presence, the fullness that's within the peace. The fullness within the nothingness. And then let go of the fullness. Let go of the nothingness. Let go of the peace. And feel your presence. Staying connected now to your presence. Allow your awareness to just perceive around you. Maybe you feel like you've in a collective vortex or a platform of consciousness. See if you can feel your connection to that platform, which is conscious. Maybe you notice other selves held within this platform of consciousness. And you're starting to discern some individual forms, and yet they're so connected to and part of the being and the creating of the collective platform of consciousness. And if you wish, just invite one of those seemingly individual consciousnesses that mirror yourself in its highest version, its godlike version, in its perfected version. Invite it to be in front of you. Invite it to share with you, to receive the lines of consciousness, the beams of light, the threads of conscious connection, the activations of the strands of DNA within you. And see yourself turning on that divine blueprint fully in you. And if you feel you wish to merge or invite the higher self aspect of your perfection to move into you, or you wish to move into your higher self, make that gesture. Just take a moment to receive, to merge, to embody your highest potential, and to activate your divine birthrights, your divine gifts, because they're needed now. And then from your deep within your heart, just feel that connection fully activated, fully illuminated, fully grounded in you. A slight pranam, even if it's energetic, to your Christos self. And to bring your awareness back from this elevated state, this platform of consciousness, back into your body and your crystalline astral light body. Namaste.